Get this figure and more online at thechosenprime.com.
Hello everyone, Baltmatrix here, and today we are taking a look at fan toys Coot with his partner Drawback. Now Coot is obviously a not cup, or a third-party version of cup. I picked this setup over at thechosenprime.com. Drawback is just a little bit smaller than a Legends class Transformer, while Coot is somewhere between a Titans Returns Voyager class figure and a Titans Returns Leader class figure. For the beginning of this review, we are going to take a look at Drawback first, and then we will get into Coot. While on the small side, Drawback is very, very cool. I like the figure quite a bit, and that head sculpt and that painting on the face is absolutely wonderful. Drawback sports 16 points of articulation, not including the joint here for the gun, so you are able to actually pull off some really cool poses. Most of the joints are ball joints, and they do pop right out and pop right back in. They're actually tight, and that was just too much force on my part. So you can get some decent poses out of this guy. He can also stand on the back of Coot in truck mode, which is cool. I like this figure a lot. I really wish there was a little bit more paint in the chest, but it's not that big a deal. Transformation for this little dude is pretty darn simple. Simply grab the joint here that has the gun, flip the gun up until it locks into place, then grab the entire backpack and fold it up over the head. Take the arms and fold the arms up into the shoulders, and then take the shoulders and cross them over the face like that, and the forearms will peg into each other. Next, we take the lower legs, turn them 180 degrees, peg the legs together, and fold them up over the crotch of the figure until it sits as flush as it can against the bottom of the elbows and the upper arms. And then we simply fold down the handle. Now, this little gun is a twin caliber gun. I'm not sure what kind of gun or fictional gun it's supposed to be. It's very, very cool. Only weird thing is you can see the robot's head right there. It's looking at you as you shoot people. The inside of Coot's palms contain little divots where the gun that he normally comes with and his target master can plug into. Coot's primary gun is very reminiscent of his original G1. It is similarly styled, but is obviously different. The effect of Coot wielding two weapons is really neat. I just adore the fact that he comes with a target master. It's a wonderful touch and addition to the figure. Putting Coot up on the turntable, you can see that he's very well detailed and exceptionally well molded. The overall aesthetic of the figure is incredibly good. It doesn't feel like an old version, I should say an old robot. It looks more like a younger version of Cup. It's very, very nice, and that head sculpt is superb. The face can be removed and replaced with another face that actually can store a cigar. So yes, you can have this figure look like he's smoking. A very nice touch, but the cigar pieces are so small, I am terrified of losing them. Also, the figure comes with different chest pieces. These two blue pieces pop right off and are replaceable with clear plastic pieces to give the figure a different look. Coot sports 26 points of articulation, multiple ratchet joints, especially here in the shoulders, and in the hips, and that's it. That's it for ratchet joints, but the figure can hold many different poses. As you all know, I am terrible at posing figures, so I'm not going to try that. One thing you do need to be aware of, though, is when you move the torso, there is a little piece of plastic here that pops up, so you will pop off the sides a little bit. These are supposed to come off of the center in vehicle mode for the transformation, but just be aware, he does have some torso articulation, though it is limited due to the overall design of the figure. Coot's transformation is incredibly complex, and I'm not going to do a step-by-step like I normally would, simply because I want to get this review out and done. I'm actually going to do a separate video that's an instructional video on how to do the transformation for this figure. I think that would actually be much better for you guys, the audience, with that kind of video than just doing it here in the review, simply because it's going to take a while, and I don't want to have to edit that all that right now. Koot's vehicle mode is probably the most G1 accurate Cup figure I have ever seen. This is exactly what Cup looked like in the Transformers movie and in Season 3 of Generation 1. He is a Cybertronian pickup that looks so freaking impractical. There's no high walls for his truck bed. The truck bed doesn't extend all the way. It's just silly. I'm not saying that the figure's bad. I'm saying that the design of the Cybertronian truck mode is absolutely patentedly ridiculous. It's just silly. The overall aesthetic, though, is good, and it fits together incredibly well. There is one trick to the transformation that I would like to talk about, and that is getting the last bit here folded up into the back part of the front of the vehicle mode. I have found that if it doesn't go in, you want to grab the back and actually pull towards you like this, and it should snap right into place and realign correctly. It's an absolutely great truck mode, though it does feel like it's missing details. There look to be lights molded on the sides of the truck bed here on the back, but there's nothing on the back. It's just strange. I don't particularly care for the feet or the bottom of the toes sticking out of the back. Not that big a deal, though. There is, oddly, suspension here on the back wheels. That's partially due to the transformation, but I like that touch. Now you can plug the Target Master into the bed right there, and that works really well. I have not figured out a way to plug the normal gun into this mode at all, though. Something I do have a lot of fun with is putting other Transformers into Koot's bed and just having them fool around or play around. I think this works really well for Legends class figures or stuff that's around that size. I don't know why, but I find this to be the most apropos, though. For a quick size comparison, here is Koot next to Titan's Returns Cup. As you can see, he is significantly larger in vehicle mode. Next to Koot, we also have Titan's Returns Megatron, or Blitzwing as well, it's the same mold. And as you can see, it's more in line with the vehicle mode from a Voyager class figure. It is roughly the same length, though a little bit longer than Megatron. Gerwalk pickup mode. Roar. Fan Toys Koot with Blowback is a fun set. I like these figures quite a bit. That's not to say that Koot is perfect. The figure has a few minor issues. The chief one, I think, is his lack of heels. That does affect his posability. The next would have to be the size of this backpack. It is very big, but I do forgive it because simply, there's a lot going on here. And the last thing has to do with the transformation. There is a little bit of clearance issues with moving some of the panels in the transformation. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video review. I picked this figure up over at the Chosen Prime. It is currently in stock at the time of this review, and you could purchase it for yourself. I'm going to be doing a special video in the next day or so of an actual instruction manual for transforming this guy. It's something that I've been wanting to do for the third-party figures for a while. So check that out when it's available. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you next time.